So when you open Blender, you're going to see this simple cube. So let's not delete the cube and let's use this to create something. So I'm just going to click on this cube and hit tab. So you can see on the bottom left side of the screen, I turned on the screencast. So whatever I type on the keyboard, it's going to show up here. So I just hit tab and I'm on the edit mode. You can verify that by seeing here. It's now on the edit setting. So I'm just going to choose face mode. That's kind of, there are three types of choosing the face in Blender: the point, line, and face. So a shortcut to selecting face mode is by pressing number 3 on the keyboard. And then once you have this selected, I'm going to press shift so that I can select 3 faces. And I'm going to click I to make the face smaller. Okay, I'm going to click I again and see, look what happens. Yeah, it's no more joint. It's like separate faces. So I'm just going to drag it to this size here and then just click somewhere else. So you have 3 faces here. I'm just going to select an empty space of the screen again. You could work on the selected faces in the earlier step, but I'm going to show you manually how to move these faces. So click on the top face, press E, and then if you move the mouse, you'll notice that this face is extruding or getting depressed based on where I move the mouse. So I'm just going to put it in the lower side, and on this face too I press E and take it in, and even here I press E and then take it in. And I'm going to click tab to get out of the edit mode. So yeah, it's pretty bland. There's no color or lighting here. So go over to the top right side and then click on the viewport shading. So you'll notice immediately that there's lighting on this thing now. And then go to material tab. I'm going to give this a color of blue, and you do that by clicking on the base color and then choosing a color. Simple as that. I'm going to make it more rough, so increase the roughness value. You just click roughness and then drag it. It was 0.5 and now it's 0.8. And I'm going to create another color here. I do that by adding on this plus sign. You can see there's add material slot, so I just click that. The reason I'm creating this new color is to provide additional colors for this object. So I'm just going to click on new, and instead of base color I'm going to go to emission. Just follow where my cursor goes and you will see that there is an emission option here. Click on maybe cyan color, and then I am going to choose this face. Okay, so I'm not in edit mode, so I'm going to press tab, and you can see I'm in edit mode now, and you just click on these faces where you want to apply the color that you just made. So by default, the color is going to be on the main color. So you choose the other one which you created and then click on assign. And then if you click somewhere else, you can see, let's go out of the edit mode, pressing tab, and you will see that I have this, the new color on the faces that I selected. So yeah, you might be wondering why it's not cyan color yet. That's because we set this as an emission color. So we are going to go into render tab, then the default render engine might be Eevee. So we are going to change that to Cycles. And you can see that there's some kind of a light coming out, and that is the emission color that we set. Let's go back to the material tab by clicking on the material icon here. I'm going to increase the strength to 5. So now you can really see the effect of the emission color that we set. And if the default light is too boring, so if you click on this thing here, you'll notice that this is the light source. I just press delete to delete that off. I'm going to add another light, so you do that by going to add, click on light. Maybe I'm going to add a spotlight. You just press G to move it and then Z to position it. So let me do that again. I'm going to choose the light object, press G to move it. I can move it anywhere I want. And to move it exactly in Z direction, I'm going to click on Z, and you can notice that it's moving only in Z direction. So I'm going to position it here. On the right side, you will notice the light power. So let's give that 20 watts. And now let's build a flow. So do that by going to the add tab, click on mesh and then plane. Let's scale that plane by pressing the S key, and then let's scale that by 20. You just press 20 on your keyboard and then press G to move it and press Z so that we are moving in the Z direction. And then yeah, I can pretty much move it anywhere I want, and I just set it here. Yeah, I set it in such a way that the light is just falling on the surface. And I already have a camera here, but in case you don't know how to set this, let's delete this. Let's add camera, and the camera is going to be right on the center, I guess. Let me press G to move it. Yep, it was created right in the center of the object. Anyway, you don't have to manually place the camera. If you like a certain view, just rotate the object and then click Control Alt and 0, and the camera is going to set its position to the view you just placed on the screen. So I'm just going to adjust this camera view by pressing the G key and then press the Y key so that I'm center with the object here. And then I'm going to press the G key and Z key so that I have a nice, lower the camera to see the lighting effect. And obviously this mesh that we placed on the bottom of our object is not so interesting. So let's change the color by going over to the material tab, adding new material, clicking on the base color and selecting maybe black, and then maybe reducing the roughness so that there's a kind of a shine. And there you have it. So we have a cube with, something magical, light source coming out from the center of the cube and a reflection on the floor to make it more mysterious. And we can go into the render tab, and then if you go into the lights, so let's try rendering this image. So for that, you click the F12 button, and there you have it. The image or the object, or let's say the camera view, is rendered. So you have your first render. You might notice certain noise issues, like some of the lights are creating these white dots. So to minimize that, we can go into the render option and then click on denoise here. And if you go to more options in denoise, you can see open image denoise. If you want a more clean image, you can click on accurate. And then if you click F12, you're going to see less white dots for your rendering image. So Blender is going to process that slowly. So after a few seconds, you'll notice the white dots disappear. And there you have it. Your first object and rendering on Blender.